Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hital, and today we are making focaccia bread. Now we always get asked for a lot of easy bread recipes, and this would be it.
That's so true. Actually, this bread, you can use it in a lot of different ways. One is, of course, by dipping it. You can just dip it with some olive oil and some pepper
Herbs.
and herbs and all that, and garlic.
Right.
Awesome. And the other way you can use it is just as a side for pasta or lasagna. My mouth is already watering. And the third way you can use it is you can just slice it through the center and make a sandwich out of it. Today we're going to be making rosemary onion flavored focaccia.
So for our rosemary onion focaccia bread, we're using rapid rise yeast. Now one of the benefits for using rapid rise yeast versus your regular yeast is that it saves a lot of time in your rising time. So usually you have to let it rise 2 times. This one you have to rise 1 time. So big time saver.
Right?
Exactly.
We want instant gratification.
So we're using a food processor today. You can do this by hand if you like to. So in our food processor we have 1 packet of our rapid rise yeast, which is just a little bit over 2 teaspoons of yeast. We also have 1 2/3 cup of lukewarm water and 1 teaspoon of sugar. So it's in there and it's been sitting in there for about 5 to 10 minutes and it's nice and foamy, so it's ready to work with.
You can see it. So to this we're going to add 2.5 teaspoons of salt, 1/4 cup of olive oil. So a lot of time, the food processors come with a dough blade and a chopping blade. And we've noticed that anytime you're making a dough, unfortunately, the dough blade does not work as well as the steel blade. So even for this recipe, we recommend a steel blade. So we're going to put it in now. And to this, we're going to add 4.5 cups of maida or all-purpose flour.
And we're going to close our food processor. And we're going to process this until it forms into a nice dough. We may need to add a little flour later on, but we'll see. And now that it's all incorporated, we're going to turn it on and let it go for about a minute.
So if needed, you can add a 1/4 cup of maida more just to help it form the dough. So we're adding about a 1/4 cup right now, and we'll give it another whirl and see if we need any more. And looks like it needs more. So now it's total 5 cups, but we still suggest you do 4.5 and then do additional.
Our dough has come together and it's a nice dough. Now all we have to do is kind of turn it out onto a floured surface and knead it for about a minute or so. So I'm going to add just like a tablespoon or 2 of flour to our surface. And we'll pour this dough out.
And at this point we're just going to knead it. So this is kneaded and it's, we formed a nice smooth ball out of it.
And now I have a baking tray here. This is about a 15-inch by 10-inch baking tray. And we're going to generously put some olive oil at the bottom of this. And just smooth it out.
And we're going to take this dough and we're going to put it into the pan. What we're going to do is we're going to just press it in.
So while all this is happening, we've gone ahead and warmed up our oven slightly. We switched it off. So basically, when this gets all pressed into it, we're going to put it in the warm place and it's going to let it rise.
Focaccia is a very rustic bread. It's a very homey, it's made at homes in Italy. So you don't have to worry if it doesn't fit in there and you're just tired of pressing it in. That's okay. Just make sure it's even, even thickness. I think other than that, the shape is really okay.
And when you get it just like you want it, we have a kitchen towel. We're just going to lightly cover this. And it's going to go into our slightly warm oven. And it's going to take about an hour or hour and a half for it to rise up. And then we'll work on it. So our dough, or our focaccia bread, has been resting in our slightly warm oven for about an hour and 15 minutes. And we're ready to take a look.
Let's see, unveiling of the focaccia bread.
Whoa!
So what I'm going to do is use my finger and just make like little indentions, shallow indentions. Every, couple of, not even an inch. Ooh, nice. There you go.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So here we have about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in our little bowl, and we also have finely sliced red onions. Just a few, they give a really good flavor. Just going to mix them in our oil.
And at this point, let us introduce you to rosemary. There's rosemary.
There she is.
Our rosemary plant. So this is what a rosemary plant looks like. And all you have to do is, if you have it at home, you just have to pluck it and pull out.
If you don't have a rosemary plant, then the dried version works just as well. So you can use that. But we're going to take just about a tablespoon or so of this and just roughly chop it. And we also have washed it before we're doing this. And also the rosemary goes into our olive oil mixture. So we've added, like I said, 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. But if you're going to make this for a party or serving as an appetizer, then add another tablespoon. It'll just give a really good flavor. So that's about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And we're going to give this a good mix. Smells so good, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll brush it over the tops. Now this oil is going to pool, make little bitty pools of little oil in the indentions, and that's what you want it to do.
Yeah. We also actually preheated our oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's ready. So as soon as Hetal gets done, we're going to put it in the oven.
And you want to make sure you get all the edges so they don't dry out. So as you can see, all our herbs and our onions are still at the bottom of our bowl, but that's okay because we're going to take a spoon and just layer it and organize it over the top of this bread. But because that oil was mixed into it, the oil also picked up some flavor, and it's all over the place now. And we'll just arrange a lot of these slices evenly.
So if you want to leave any of these out, you can, or you can use just one over the other. Or the other options are, of course, jalapenos. Yay. Or you can put tomatoes, you can put mushrooms, just pretty much anything you want.
So our final step is we have some sea salt, or if you have kosher salt, that also works well. And we're just going to lightly sprinkle a little bit over the top.
Now the oven is ready at 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to put on the timer for 20 minutes. We're going to put this in. But if it's not done in 20 minutes, we're going to, give it another 5 more minutes maximum. So in it goes. So our focaccia bread is out of the oven, and it baked for 20 minutes exactly. It got a nice color on top, so that's what you're looking for. The house smells heavenly, I have to tell you that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
It's so flavorful.
Check that out.
Beautiful, yes.
For you?
Yeah, thank you. The aroma is
So
excellent, yes. Good thing about this bread is you don't need a bread machine. Though there are a lot of people who buy it and never ever use it, including me.
Me too. Wedding gift. Wedding gift that never got used.
At least you didn't buy it. I
that's
bought
true.
mine and I have not used it. So.
But it's so
Guilty as
simple,
charged,
right? I mean,
yes.
it's such a fancy bread, and it's so simple to make, and
Yes.
it's not a lot of waiting time, not a lot of kneading time. It's just like you throw it together and it gets
Exactly,
done.
and with the rapid rise yeast, it's even faster. So excellent, very good. So enjoy your focaccia bread. It is just awesome.
And we hope you enjoy our website, ShowMeTheCurry.com. But like we've said before, we need your help, and we only grow by word of mouth. So the more people you tell, the more friends you tell, and the more friends they tell, and then so on and so on.
Right.
It helps us. So
Yeah, and that's the reason why we're able to keep it a free website,
Right.
and we want to keep it that way. So join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
adding a pinch of spice to your life.